The Joe Rogan Experience.
I'm sure you've talked about this a million times. Did you ever stop going there for a chunk of time, or you?
I stopped for 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I stopped for 7 years after I had that dispute with Carlos Mencia. Yeah, that was when he was way more popular than me. Like, especially as a comic, and the Comedy Store took his side, and I was like, all right, fuck
That's
you guys, and I took off. It wasn't really the Comedy Store either. It was this one guy who was the manager. Because Mitzi, actually, I called Mitzi and gave her the whole rundown of what was going on. I told her, and she's like, why don't you just stay away from him? And then she gave me a spot that night, and then they called me up 2 hours later to tell me that I was banned. So I said, wait a minute, I just talked to Mitzi. Like, she gave me a spot. She told me when to go up. So if she's not running the store, like, who's deciding I'm banned? You are? Like, what are you doing? Like, do you guys understand what this is? I mean, this is like you're having a little battle for like whether or not you're going to let people profit off of crime. Like, this is really what's happening. You have thought crime, you have intellectual crime, you have plagiarism, and you're allowing one person, you're knowingly allowing them to profit off it, and no one's doing anything about it. So when one of us does something about it, then you're going to punish that person. You're basically highlighting everything that everyone was afraid of.
That's a good point. What was the reason for your being banned? Because you were
because
on their end of it. Like,
because we had made a video with me and Carlos arguing on stage, and then we put it online.
Oh, right. Okay.
So they decided that this was, somehow or another in violation that should have been kept inside the club. And I'm like, you don't get it. You weren't protecting us. No one was protecting us. My fucking agent stumped me.
Over that?
Oh, yeah. Over that. Yeah, I was with Gersh. They dropped me.
Holy
They had to call me up to tell me. They essentially, in this long roundabout way, were trying to say that I either had to apologize or they couldn't work with me anymore. That was the gist of it. And I had to make them spell it out. Okay, let me say this really clear. You tell me if this is what you're saying. You're saying you want me to apologize or you can't work with me anymore. Well, we're done. There's no apology, and we're never going to work together. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I was really nice to the guy it wasn't his idea, my agent. So you're a great guy. If I see you, I'm giving you a hug. But you guys have to understand that you're making a choice that's going to affect the rest of your life. This isn't just a small thing. You only have a few. How many years do you have in this life? Well, this year is going to be highlighted by this decision. This is going to be a big...
Why did the agent take that stand? Did they represent him as well?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. All right. So they needed to make nice.
Well, he made way more money than me. So he was way more valuable to them. And so I'm like, you got to you sell art. That's all you guys do. Okay, you're not making anything.
Right.
You're just... If Mary Lynn comes up with a show, if this guy has a tour, if she's doing this or he's writing a book, you make money off art. That's who you make money off. Now here a guy's stealing other people's art, and your answer to that is we got to stop people that are exposing it.
Did he ever change? Or not that it even matters, but...
I hope he did. He's got to find Jesus.
Did he ever acknowledge it, that he did it?
Sort of. Yeah, sort of, and then he kind of took it back. It's hard to admit.